As part of our report celebrating the history of Tzu Chi in the Dominican Republic, we take a look back to 1998 to when Tzu Chi first walked into this country following two devastating hurricanes, with missions aimed at not only providing immediate disaster relief, but also funding for long-term social projects. Tzu Chi found roots in the country, and its missions and philosophy are embraced by the locals.
The Caribbean is famous for its turquoise waters. However, hurricanes are also a fact of life here, and in September of 1998, Hurricane George caused $1 billion in damage in the Dominican Republic. The battered country was then hit by another hurricane just 1 month later. In October of 1998, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs asked Tzu Chi and other charity organizations to help with 4 of the countries devastated by the disaster. In November of that same year, for 6 days, a group of 6 U.S. Tzu Chi volunteers traveled to the disaster areas checking on the survivors. The group also discussed future cooperations with the local Taiwanese business community.
The U.S. is quite close to the Dominican Republic.
The overseas Chinese population here is very enthusiastic.
A 2-hour drive from the country's capital lies the city of La Romana, once infamous as a garbage dump and the residence of many of the country's illegal Haitian immigrants.
Most of them depend on the garbage for the livelihood.
Among the mountains of trash, children and dogs fight over scraps of food. A muddy stream is the residents' main source of water, and these tin shacks, their home.
Both children and adults bathe in that dirty stream from which animals drink from. Further down, I saw a dead pig in the water, so besides humans, there were animals in the water too.
In December of 1998, for 5 days, Tzu Chi volunteers brought relief and love to these social outcasts. Their efforts were mirrored by the volunteers in Taiwan, who started a second-hand clothing drive for the residents affected by the disaster in 4 Caribbean countries.
不只是要劝募来了这么多的衣物啊，还要一件一件的展开。啊，有脏的啦，赶快要把它洗干净。哦，有缺啦一颗纽扣。 其余的都要把它拆掉，重新呢用新的纽扣又补上去。
This love from Taiwan arrived in La Romana in February of 1999. The large-scale distribution mobilized the help of many local Taiwanese business members.
We are Tzu Chi volunteers from Taiwan. Maybe you are Taiwanese. In the future, we will be Dominicans.
Everything went very smoothly this time. I want to thank Tzu Chi for giving us this chance today.
The most moving thing is the spirit of Tzu Chi. Look how hot it is outside, but no one minds, as everyone here is working to be one with the local residents.
During their distribution, volunteers find that this one-room shack serves as the only source of education for the community's children. Volunteers immediately vowed to help build a school. Working in partnership with Tzu Chi was the Taiwanese business community, which helped found the Tzu Chi Dominican Liaison Office on February 26, 1999.
We have asked Sister Tsai to be the first head of this office. She has agreed to help us out in this. Thank you very much.
Since that initial distribution, Tzu Chi volunteers from the U.S. and Dominican Republic have continued to bring mid- and long-term relief to the region with such projects as the La Romana Elementary School, which was completed on February 3, 2000.
When Tzu Chi first arrived, we were orphans. If not for Tzu Chi, we would not be here. Before, the young here would commit crimes, do drugs, and drink.
Today is the third graduation ceremony of the La Romana Elementary School. The garbage has now been cleaned up, and there are plans to build a residential community here. The area now has running water and electricity, and already a few sturdy houses.
Look at the difference in their lives between before and now. Seeing that change is what motivates us to do more.
Turning garbage into a lotus flower, this is the power of Tzu Chi in the Dominican Republic.